makes me so cross. It makes me feel really hurt. It makes my heart feel really hurt. It makes my feelings feel really hurt. I don't know. I just wish he was dead. I wish I was dead as well. He's a horrible, horrible man. He's a really horrible man. I mean, I had problems when I was young. I didn't do all this to people. I mean, my mum used to quite often chuck me out. As soon as I argued with my mum, she used to say, "That's it, go on, pack your bags, you're going." I mean, my mum used to chuck me out. I didn't go around to people's houses and start stealing off them and upsetting them and stuff. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse for his behaviour. It really isn't. He's just a really selfish person. Because selfishness has got nothing to do. Selfishness is when you hurt someone else, when you upset someone else, you hurt their feelings. That's what I think selfishness is. I mean, even now he can't bring himself to apologise. He can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know. He can't. It's just a waste of space. It's a complete waste of space. He's a fucking idiot. I fucking hate him. I just hate Aaron Johns. I hate him. He's the most horrible person I can ever think of. I've let him treat me so badly. He seemed so nice when I first met him. I was really deceived by that, because when I first met him, he was like giving me loads of attention and this, that and the other, and I think I was feeling low at the time, and so I let him come back to mine and this, that and the other. And then he says his nan chucked him out, so after just a few weeks of knowing him, so I let him move into mine. That was a big mistake, because of how things have turned out now. I should have been more like my other friend Chris Barvey. I should have been more like hesitant to get with him. I should have put some barriers up, really. I think that was my mistake by not putting barriers up. If you love someone, if you truly love someone, you don't treat them like shit. You don't do that. If you love someone, when you love someone, you treat them right, you treat them the right way. I mean, we stayed at my mum's at Christmas 2014, and he was trying to get me to overdose. He was saying, "Yeah, have these tablets, and I was like, "No," and he was like, "Come on, have the tablets." He was almost shouting at me. I was like, "I don't want them," and I was like half asleep. And then back then he used to He used to fuck me when I said I didn't want to be fucked. I said I wanted to go to sleep. He used to fuck me with that. I used to say no, I don't want it. I used to say let's do it tomorrow instead. Like. And he was like no. He like shouted at me. He says no, you're gonna get fucked now whether you like it or not. He's a horrible man. He's a really horrible man. He's the worst partner I've ever had. Easily, by far. I've had partners that have gone out of their way to help me. Most of them have. Pretty much all of them have gone out of their way to help me. It's just Aaron. He still owes me loads of money. Now that I feel a bit stronger than I have done previously, the last couple of videos I've done of Aaron, I feel a bit stronger now because I haven't seen him for pretty much a month. It'll be a month in about 2 days' time. So if he ever contacts me, I'll be like, where's my money? If he's crying at my doorstep, I'll be like, do you give a fuck about me? No. So why should I give a fuck about you? I mean, I'm a very caring, open-hearted person. I care for everyone. I care for my friends. I mean, I'm supporting my friend Lee at the moment for free. I'm meant to be a support worker soon, but it's still not got sorted out. So I'll go over and clean for him and clean out his hamster cage and clean out and sort the cats out and that. And I'm doing that for free. I'm not asking any money or anything. That's the kind of person I am. But Aaron is like, take. And he's going to get even worse when he loses his DLA. Because I was speaking to Catherine the other week when I went to Liberal Stars. And she was saying that she was asking if have I moved over to PIP, and I says no, I've not had any letters about it. And then I mentioned about Aaron being on DLA, and she says, oh, is he going to be able to keep it because they'll change it over to PIP? Yeah, they're meant to be changing it over to PIP, so he's such a selfish person. He's really selfish. It's been so long since I was last happy with Aaron. It's been so long. I think part of the reason he hasn't contacted me is probably he feels embarrassed for all the things he's done to me, maybe. I'm just guessing. Because I know that it's easier to ignore someone than apologise. So yeah. But he's horrible. He's just really horrible. I just hate him. I can't. I spend all this time praying for him, and yet I can't stop hating him. I just can't stop. going to take me a while. It's going to take me a while. And apparently he's messed people in the past about as well. He had a partner called Tony in Redditch, and apparently he was with him for nearly 2 years. And apparently Tony took him out the one night down to Birmingham Hurst Street, which is a gay scene in Birmingham. And apparently Tony walked in and saw Aaron with another man, and this other man was sucking Aaron's cock. And I was really shocked to hear that. And I thought, oh God, I'm neck. Yeah. It's like he can't think. It's like he can't think ahead, that his actions would upset other people, or he just doesn't care. Or I don't think he cares. I don't think he gives a fuck who he hurts. I really don't think he gives a fuck who he hurts. I've been with him for nearly 3 years, and as long as I've always took him back, he's been okay-ish with me. I mean, he hasn't punched me or anything, or no. He has whacked me in the face before, in bed, and he whacked a thorn bush in my face, walking down the holloway once. And I says to him, I had like blood, I had like all blood on my face, and I panic when I see blood, so I was panicking, and I said, what you done that for? And he says, it wasn't me, which is his favourite saying, it wasn't me. I don't think I've got any more tears left for him. I just wish he would drop dead. I'd be quite happy to go to his funeral. I really would. I'd be happy. I'd be happy to see him dead in the ground. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. He's hurt me so many times. That's just how I feel at the moment. In the future, maybe I'll be able to forgive and forget it, but at the moment, that's how I feel. That's just how I feel at the moment. I mean, he left my gas fire on for about a week. What was he trying to do? Blow my house up or something? Pardon. It couldn't have been me that switched it on, because I always check everything's off. And it was on for like about a week or something, or 2 weeks. And it couldn't have been me, because I've got OCD, I'll go around the house about 4 or 5 times checking everything's off. So I know it wasn't me. It makes me so annoyed, because I think I could have spent the last 3 years with a nice partner that treated me right, that was kind and caring, and I wasted nearly 3 years being really unhappy with him.